This year, I did something that I've never done before. I bought a house. And this house, it was built way back in the 1950s. And when I first stepped in to view the house, I thought I'd travelled way back in time. It was old and it smelt and it had broken fixtures and old carpets that were covered in dog hairs. And it even actually had current residents living in it, discovered through the many mouse droppings upstairs. It was not what I wanted in a house. In fact, I pretty much walked in and then straight back out again. But something made me go back to that run-down, broken old house. Because despite the mess and the brokenness, I could see potential. Potential to turn something that had lost its original condition into something beautiful again. And this is called restoration. Restoration is simply defined as an action of returning something to its former and original condition. It's about taking something back to how it's meant to be. My husband and I, we got the mortgage and we bought the house and we set about restoring it, fixing what was broken and believed that it wasn't beyond repair. As I was working on the house, there were many times that I wanted to give up, thinking that it would never be finished and become how I wanted it to be. One day when I was feeling defeated, I got out my Bible and God spoke to me through this verse in Philippians chapter 1. And I am certain that God, who began the good work within you, will continue his work until it's finally finished on the day when Christ Jesus returns. It was like God was saying to me that he never gave up on me despite my brokenness and despite my mess. It felt like a promise that God was committing to work in me, to restore me until his work is finished, until I will be all I'm meant to be. And we may only be perfect in heaven, but God starts to restore us here on earth. It's a process to make us more like Jesus. We each have an invitation from God to have a relationship with him. And I believe that the only way this is possible is because Jesus paid the price for all of our mess and brokenness when he died on the cross and rose again. This powerful and seemingly impossible act enables us to live a life being transformed and restored into all God has created us to be. Restoration, it's a process and it takes time, but there is nothing God can't fix, no matter how horrible something is broken. So, the invitation is there for each of us, not just for me or for your Pulse leaders, but for you. An invitation to live a life with God who loves you, who is committed to you, who won't let you down or give up on you.